A few years ago, Apex Legends was my main game actually. But life changes, responsibilities evolve, and so much other stuff happens. So, as life goes by, you cannot do the gaming as you were used to. But recently, I decided to play again. I've got an upgraded system. The itch was there. I wanted to see how would I perform with this upgraded system and smooth frames and all that. And let me tell you, the game is in a fascinating place. But walking back in after a year of, it's a completely different reality. Before we talk about how brutally humbling modern lobbies are, let's just get one thing straight. Apex is heading in the right direction. Think about the graveyard of modern hero shooters and battle royales we have watched crash and burn over the past few years. While so many others failed, Apex is still standing strong. The player base is massive, people are still loving it, and I am genuinely glad to see it succeed. Mechanically, it's still top tier. The gunplay feels tight, the movement is as fluid as ever. They have even added some great quality of life tweaks, like timing your spacebar during a climb to make a clean lunge forward. The core foundation of the game is healthy, it's not dying, but the way gameplay has evolved into something entirely different. If you remember back in the day, the game exploded for a very specific reason: short matches, high chaos, and the constant addictive potential to drop insane amount of kills. Back then, the biggest creators, Dizzy, Mender, SU, were dropping 20 or 30 bombs consistently. And even for players like us who weren't pro level, once your aim and movement clicked, pulling off 6, 8, or even 10 kills a game was a regular rhythm. If you were really good, 15 to 20 kills was within reach. Why? Because the maps were smaller, tighter, and engineered for relentless friction. But today, the maps are just too big. Now look, a larger map makes sense for a traditional battle royale on paper, but for a game built around constant high-octane engagement, these massive layouts sometimes dilute the chaos. Dropping those massive kill numbers now is a completely different challenge. If you're pulling 10 to 12 kills today, you're already operating in the upper tier. Which brings us to the actual experience of playing today. Even in silver lobbies, let that sink in. Silver lobbies. The difficulty I faced was staggering. You drop in, and it's go time immediately. You either get smashed, or you're fighting for your life every single second. Unless you have a solid coordinated team by your side, you're faced with two brutal choices. Either you play solo, camp around, and slowly rat your way into the top 5 placement just to secure your rank, or you try to blitz and push fights. And if you try to blitz with a weak random team, your teammates will either hold you back or pull you into unnecessary fights where you get instantly wiped. The margin for error is razor thin. Sure, there are players who can solo queue and style on players and lobbies effortlessly. But for the mainstream player base, the game demands much more cautious, methodical pace than it used to. Despite getting hammered and realizing how much the meta has matured, my takeaway isn't negative. Apex is thriving because the core loop is still a treat to play. It's a survivor in genre full of ghosts. It might not play the exact way it did back in the golden era, but the pulse of game is still alive. I just hope they keep going, and I hope the player base keep enjoying it. As for me, I just need to shake off a little more rust. See you in the next one.